There we go.
Good afternoon. This is a meeting of the Baltimore City Ethics Board for Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. It is 2:51 p.m. We'll call the meeting to order. This meeting is being conducted on Microsoft Teams, right? Yeah, okay. And I got to let you know that per the Open Meetings Act, we disclose. Thank you. Per the Open Meetings Act, we disclose that we adjourned our virtual open meeting on October 12th, 2022 to enter into administrative session at approximately 3:13 p.m. All board members were present. Members discussed administrative matters, including complaints. Likewise, today, the board may need to close some or all of this meeting to preserve the confidentiality maintained by the Ethics Code or as otherwise authorized by the State Open Meetings Act. Likewise, upon adjournment of the open session, the board may reconvene for administrative session to discuss non-public administrative functions of the board. All right, thank you very much for your patience. We have 3 members present. If there's no objection, we'll go straight to new business as we have a couple of guests here today to talk about the gift solicitation waiver application in front of us. Okay, no objection. I'll turn the floor over to Amy and Ava. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you all. Good afternoon. Ava Richardson, Sustainability Director for the Baltimore Office of Sustainability.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So you guys have filed a solicitation waiver for the sustainability plan. Do you want to tell us about it? We've got your written materials here.
Sure, absolutely. So this is in many ways a renewal of the previous solicitation waiver, basically supporting or providing the office a waiver to solicit gifts to support the implementation of our 2019 sustainability plan, in addition to other work in the office that includes the city's climate action plan, our Connecting Children to Nature body of work, and event sponsorship. So the application covers both in kind as well as other solicitations. So supporting solicitations that would go directly to potentially philanthropic organizations, private foundations, and other such entities that could be controlled donors, but obviously we're not targeting only controlled donors, but other entities that would fund this work.
Yeah, would energy companies be somebody that you would be contacting about this? I mean, are they
great question. Under our previous gift solicitation waiver, we did get around 15,000 bags, I think, reusable bags donated from, I believe it was, I'm trying to recall if I believe BGE donated some bags. And so, I mean, definitely a utility company such as BGE would be covered under this particular solicitation waiver. Most of the work that we do, again, in the office is related to the plans that guide and outline our work, such as our 2019 sustainability plan. And we reported all of those donations, any types of in-kind or other donations that came in from any organization or entity. So.
And how long did you say you've been doing this?
We've been doing, when you say
since
this,
19?
The previous solicitation waiver, I was not here when it went into effect, but I believe it was in effect for 1 year. And I don't recall the date that it was executed, but I believe it was June of 2020 and it went through June of 2021.
And I can also say, I actually believe this would be the third. I think that there was one before, there were 2 more before this. And each year, everything has been, the reports have been very thorough. Everything's in good standing. So this would just be almost an extension of their previous waiver with some additions. And this new waiver is kind of expanding the purpose of the waiver.
All right.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Any questions? Any other questions for our guests?
No.
No, I would just say a personal apology to both of you for the delay, but I'll also let you know that I am late but prepared, and I reviewed your waiver application. I thought it was very well done and very thorough, so I have no questions.
Thank you, Melody. And thank you. Maura provided, she was really helpful in making sure we got the technical things right. So, yeah, thank you both.
And,
All right.
and just one point of clarification, as Ava had mentioned, it hasn't been endorsed by the BOE just yet, and it will be on the agenda, the upcoming agenda.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that board approval would be contingent on BOE endorsement.
Right. All right, if there's no other discussion, I will move that we approve the sustainability plan solicitation waiver application contingent upon the BOE's approval. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor of said approved contingent approval signify by saying aye.
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 All right, the motion carries. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Bye. Have a good afternoon.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Okay, take care then.
You too. Take care.
Okay, do we have one more guest? Who's you? Unknown you.
Let's see. I know we do have one more guest for the administrative session. There shouldn't be any other guests right now online. I don't
I'm
see
looking
anyone.
at unknown you in front of me. It's
Does
like
anyone else see that?
like a junior college, unknown you.
I
Yes.
see 6 people in the meeting.
Let's
Who's
see.
that sixth person?
I'm
I see
looking
five.
at- Looking at 5 faces, including my own.
It
And
says
it's-
in this meeting 6.
Right,
There's-
and I look.
There's a
Chris.
chance that it might be me. I tried to log it on my phone, and given my like lack of technical expertise, I could be logged in here. I just don't know it.
Could be the unknown caller. All right. No, I just don't want to. I don't want to forget a guest. That's all. I mean, we're in the.
We don't have any other guests
All right.
that are planning on coming today.
Then we will totally move along. I guess we really don't need to review the schedules and agendas today. We're gonna, we don't have a ton of work. It doesn't look like. Is everybody able to stick around for an hour?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll try to make sure we have this done by 4. Let's move to the approval of the written minutes. I took a quick look at them, didn't see any problems. Mara, did you see any?
One correction.
All right, yeah.
I always miss something. The help desk request. The total is 196. I had included some extra requests from the following month, which would be October, which I usually don't include them. So that total at the end of October would be 196. I included from some. I don't know. The total is 196.
You're thorough. You're your toughest critic. So, all right. Any other corrections, changes, requests? All right, I'll go ahead and move. We approve the written minutes of October 12th, subject to Mara's self-reported corrections. Thank you.
Second.
Okay, all approval of those written minutes as amended, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, sorry about that clock. Anyway, Jeff used to have a lot of clocks that would go off in his house. He would like 20 clocks or something. So,
And he
Just
just
a
bought a
blast.
new one, apparently.
yeah, that's right. So, all right, ethics officers updates.
All
Who
right,
wants
so
to
just
Lead the
it's
way.
just our updated metrics. Ethics training, we're still waiting for a report from Human Resources, so we'll wait for those metrics until next month. Our help desk, we received 47 this month. 14 were ethics inquiries, 11 financial disclosures, 10 gift solicitations, 4 ethics trainings. We had 6 that were outside of our jurisdiction and 2 that were administrative, which are about forms. So our total should be 243. And then our complaints, we currently have 3 open complaints. None of them are new, and we'll discuss those more during our administrative session. We have 1 request for guidance or an opinion. We'll also discuss that during our administrative session. We had 1 gift solicitation campaign filed a final report, 5 filed interim reports. All of those reports are very timely, so we're doing really well this year. We have 19 active gift solicitation waivers and 4 expired waivers. And that's the metrics for this month.
Great. Chris, I know you had a busy month.
Yeah, it was actually very nice to have, work pick up a little bit in my cold office. Yes, so going to all, we had City Council Bill 22-0260, and that we've discussed this several times already because it has been on the agenda for at least 2 months. This is in reference to the proposal to eliminate the registration for viewers or third-party viewers of the financial disclosures. And based on the last board meeting, we decided, or it was decided, that I contact legal, the law department, and get ask them to address considerations about the data security that might arise by eliminating this electronic handshake in the registration process of the third party with a system that helps to identify who is reviewing someone's financial disclosures, and also creates a record for the public official whose records are being reviewed, so that person knows, you know, who under whose scrutiny he or she may be. So I talked to Jeff about this, and we had some exchange on Teams. The law department has since issued, and I believe Jeff had a mighty hand in the drafting of the opinion of the legal department, and outlined their position. And I believe the concerns that I relayed to him have been very deftly addressed in the law department's assessment. And so I believe the good option for the ethics board to proceed would be to endorse the law department's assessment of that bill, and not contingent, but asking for consideration of or assessment of the privacy concerns through BCIT, you know, if and when that legislation is seriously being considered or passing. So I outlined a response in that I hope you had a chance to look at. It is not, I believe the assessment from legal, Jeff had told me that one of the state or the chief counselors for the state's ethics department had indicated that this kind of matter was not within the framework that the state requires other jurisdictions to conform with. I'm not quite sure. I see that in the wording of the state ethics law. So if I outlined a potential position of the ethics board in my draft, and I hope you had the opportunity to look at it. Yes, please.
I did read the letter that you your draft. I thought it was great. Did you happen to include, I don't need to see it. I was just curious. I would be interested to read what the law department's opinion was. So did you include that in the, was that included, or did I just miss it?
No, I didn't include that, but I can send that right now.
I would just be curious to take a look at it so that we know what was addressed. I would just be curious to read it. That's all. To make sure that we're, you know, the scope. I'm sure it's probably beyond well done, but I just wanted to look at it. Is anybody else curious to read it?
No, I'm just grateful for people like
totally.
Jeff and Chris. I would have never thought of that. I mean, I would have never considered that, you know, a bot could just scrape this information or things like that, that can occur in these situations without some kind of third party authentication.
And I'll email out right now, everyone, the law department's bill report, so you can see that.
Thank you.
And for clarity, I don't necessarily need to read that to approve anything that we're doing here, but I
Right.
just wanted to look at it.
That's interesting. So, Chris, as far as the old business here, I think you said it all.
Yes, I have nothing to add to old business.
Gotcha. This team, we're hurting. We're together like a family unit. We're taking fire. All right. The new business we've already taken care of today. So I believe it would be appropriate to enter an administrative session at this time and to adjourn our general meeting.
Do we need to vote on the bill report, or how do we want to do it?
Oh, thank you. Chris, where do we stand with that? I mean, I'm prepared to.
So
put it to
my
vote.
let me just see, what did I write? I believe my recommendation was for the board not to take a position on this, because it is really, you know, we don't want to oppose it, because I don't think there is a legal ground to oppose it. There's, you know, considerations of privacy that are not in our bailiwick. So my recommendation was for the board to take no position on the bill proposal.
I would be in favor of that. And again, your letter was very well done.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, we'll move to take no position and approve the letter itself. Very well done. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor of the position of the ethics board to be no position with respect to this important issue, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. So that's approved. At this time, if there's no objection, I will call for an adjournment of the regular session.
Okay.
And we are adjourned. Thank you.